ಒಬ್ಬರಷ್ಟೇ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Hi everyone. So after studying 5 laws of library science, so we have here library related legislation, which is a very important block in your, as per your study course materials. So when we have libraries of academic and other special libraries, they have their own setup and they have their own objectives to act as per the objectives of their organizations. They are giving kind of information and library related service to their readers. Whereas it comes for the public libraries, so when it is clear that a public Yes. So when it comes for the public library, it is governed by the state law, it is governed by the state government and any other authority. So it is very important to have their own public library. Public library acts helps to function the libraries in a systematic manner and in a very systematic supply of chain of information to the public. The main purpose of Public Library Act is to help a reader to use documents for enriching her or his knowledge for leisure time occupation for any other purpose. Let me admit others here. Now, state policy for a library and information science. As per the Constitution of India, the subject of a library services forms a part of a state list, whereas the subject of education is a part of concurrent list. So it is obligatory on the part of the state government or union territory to enact laws for a library legislation. Before enacting any laws, the state or union territory should frame a policy for public libraries and implement it through a statutory provision. For example, state or union territories Public Library Act. We have a Public Library Act in our state also. So the developed countries too had adopted these procedures. The UNESCO Public Library Manifesto 1994, it clearly stated that a policy must be formulated defining objectives, priorities, and services in relation to the local community needs. So this is very important for public library. There is why we need a public library legislation. So it will constitute a proper administrative and supervisory body with the executive powers. It will provide a well-organized library system for the state, district, and up to the remote village level with the free access to all citizens. It will provide a steady and permanent source of finance to the public libraries. That is very important. So it will maintain standards in a library services. It will be obliged to meet the objectives and remain accountability for the public libraries. So with all these reasons, so we need a public library legislation which helps libraries to maintain systematically and serve the public in a very appropriate manner. So this is why we need a public library acts. So how should be the law or legislation we need for a public library? There are some components of a library legislation. There should be a clear preamble must be included in the law frame. So the preamble indicates overall structure of the library legislation, its all functionality and all the authorities given to the public library service. So there should be state level authority in the public library legislation. The chief executive of the state, network of libraries, this also should be defined in the public library legislation. And the financial clauses should be clearly mentioned in the public library legislation. The manpower is very important to maintain the public library. So there should be a legal authority and legal their framework to be need to be drawn for the manpower, also their qualification, their salary, and their role and important their role in the public library. So there is accountability. There should be an accountability for the library legislation. So audit is to be conducted. Their service audit, their collection and other things, and the services and other required infrastructure to be auditable in the public library. As per the public library, through library legislation, there should be a provision to maintain to know the accountability of the public library. Registration of books is also very important. How to access the books and what are the procedures need to be followed for the registration of the books in the public library. And there should be a provision for the rules also for the public library. It should be the library legislation should indicate the exact rules and regulations which will help the public libraries to serve public within the law framework. So this should be maintained in the public library legislation while framing the public library. So it's very important about the public library legislation. So details will be, you can go through the study materials. It is given in the clear. There are other states where the library legislation is implemented, and what are the these components, among the components, how they have given a legal framework to the public library for their state only. So like everything is given in the separate these things, you can go through that. Then comes the block number 3, resource sharing and library networking. So very important chapter here. So libraries are facing an unprecedented challenges of increasing number of cost of publications and specialized demands of users. So this is why we need resource sharing for our libraries. So the increasing prices, you can see the cost in the as per the cost based, the publications are growing, okay, and the specialized demands of the users. Now it is public library. You can go to the any other libraries. There is no special. Earlier days, their intention to the visit to the library was only with the purpose of reading some related information, documents, and other things. Their search was limited, but nowadays there are specialized demands that each user need a pinpointed information and pinpointed documents and other things. In this context, the library sharing will help the libraries to supply the specialized demands of the users, and the cost of a publication can be controlled, because sometimes the financial condition is also, if the financial commitment of the public any library which is not in a good sound, they can practice this resource sharing, where other libraries have the good kind of publications or any required publication of the users is available in other library. So through this resource sharing concept, one library can acquire the resources of other library with some legal framework. We can use practice the library resource sharing. Internet, an alternative source for information, has also posed a challenge to librarians. Collaboration is the only alternative available to librarians to satisfy the users. So our main basic and fundamental duty as a librarians, we should give his or her required information in a speedy manner or in a very satisfying manner. So resource sharing and library networks have been actively practiced and used by libraries, bail them out of the situation. So in this block, it is the concept of resource sharing. It explains the concept of library networks and presents the scenario of library networks and consortia at a national and international level. There are 3 units in this block. The first block presents the background and lead to the birth of concept of a resource sharing. It discussed the need for and the purpose of resource sharing, different areas of resource sharing. Sharing have been explained in the unit along with the issues involved therein. So different areas of resource sharing. There are not only different area means the resource sharing means only not exchanging the books or publication from other library to other. There may be a staff maybe share for any assistant or for any other related issues, any network related issues. If an expert is not available in your library, whereas other library so person is handling, so you can access, you can ask them to share their manpower and any other related services there which a library is practicing. Suppose if you are not practicing properly the newspaper keeping service, whereas the one library is maintaining, so you can ask that library not only books but other services which is given by the other library. You can also access the that resource also as an part of the resource sharing. Then the second unit discuss about the library information networks and consortia. The unit explains at a length of a concept of a library and information networks and consortia. So it discussed the different types of networks and consortia based on different types of characteristics. The unit also discussed the activities expected of a library and information network. Consortia, here we have another very important term in the this digital or internet related concept when we are working. So let me give an example. Influent is the best consortium, which is collecting all kind of information and sources of online journals and other things, where the library can only pay some fixed amount to the consortia, where they can access all related journals or any other publications or any service which is given by through that consortia. So like this, in the very like concepts, you can practice the consortia. So you will study in this detailed in this unit. Then comes the library and information. The very important another unit is library and information networks and consortia, national and international level, where other countries, how they are practicing this library or information network system and a consortia for the sharing at resources at the international level. Many publication from the international publishers, they are giving in the international level consortia. So these are all things we can study in this next unit here. So the block number 4 is a library and information profession and related agencies. So let me clear, LIS, library and information, is a profession like any other profession. Its members possess a specialized knowledge and skills that they apply for the benefit of the society. They exist to serve the information needs of the public. Library and information professional associations existed, guide the progress of the profession in the right directions. There are other agencies also involved in its growth and development. The block presents a detailed discussion on all these aspects. There are 4 units in this block. The librarianship as a profession, so ethical issues related to the librarianship, role of professional associations and organizations and institutions involved in the development of libraries. So you can go through detail in the 4th block. So it is very clear that since from the first unit, when we have started library society and the types of libraries, library-related institutions, the 5 laws of library science, and the library resource sharing, and this library professions, and these are all explains exactly what the ethical profession we should have. So what is the exact role of a library in the society? So we should always work for the benefit of the society. So these are the things in the block number 1 we have studied here. So tomorrow we can continue with another important library sources or sources and service on library management. So very important one. So tomorrow we'll start this chapters. So management of library and information centers. In the tomorrow's class, 4 o'clock we'll start exactly. Okay. With this, we conclude the block number 1, library and society. Block number 1, 2, 3, 4, library, information, social perspective, library, information related legislation, resource sharing and library networks, library and information profession related agencies. So let me first give the introductory part of all these blocks I have given already. So remaining other chapters are subjects also will go through detail. Management of library and information centers. Then comes library sources and service, information products and services, ICTs, fundamentals. So after completing the timetable, as per the timetable schedule, we'll continue the online classes also, don't worry. So detailed study we can carry out. So detailed discussion, we can go through that. So let me finish today for this with this. Okay. So shall we continue tomorrow, sir? Pramod sir?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Just,
I'll share the resources. I'll share on the WhatsApp. So tomorrow we'll continue exactly 4 o'clock. Not tomorrow, Sunday, na? Monday we'll start it, sir.
Monday will continue.
Anyhow, overtake, sir. If tomorrow time available, I will continue. Otherwise, we'll start in Monday because I have some other work to attend.
Yeah, I think for others also it may not be this thing. I am also a bit not there tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Others are there, I can continue. But
yeah, please, sir, please. Monday we'll continue other blogs. Library management of library and information centers is very important blog. We'll continue on Monday. Okay, thank you very much for coming online. So we'll continue on Monday. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.